And the best and the greatest day to be alive is today. And welcome to Living Unchained Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jay Melane, also known as Wise. Hey, I'm the author of the book Entire Where and also known as a tech innovator.
And I am your other host. I am Lekeisha, author, coach, and trainer, and the author of How to Get Unstuck, Confused to Focused.
Come on now. This is the place where we be dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. And yes, family, this is a safe place. This is a place where we be breaking cycles and building freedom. So, family, we got a special episode for you today. So, what we're going to actually end up definitely addressing today, I believe, is the empowerment belief equal empowerment living. So what we want to do is focus on how to rewire your brain for unstoppable success living. Come on now. You know it's going to be 24 karat gold bars indeed. But before we jump into this amazing episode, I need your guys to subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely share. Hey, we are a community here, and the Break Free Nation is here for you, fam. So if you go to the website, livingunchainedpodcast.com, there will be a link for the Break Free Nation, and you click on that. You have two options. You have the one that, hey, we ain't charge you anything for. It's free. You get information about living unchained and information about so many other different things. Then we do have what we call a paid community where we go in there and we do deep dives. We have lives. We be talking to folks, getting them solutions. Coach Lekeisha give her coaching brilliance there, and I give my coaching brilliance there as being a tech innovator and give you tools. And look forward, there will be a giveaway, and those who in the community will receive the opportunity for this amazing giveaway. So we definitely want you guys to tune in. So thank you for everybody who accept one of the two memberships, and looking forward to working with any one of y'all guys for Living Unchained. All right, now, so we're going to jump into this amazing episode. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some Did You Knows. So let me go ahead and see if we can drop some 24 karat gold bars fast indeed. All right. Did you know that your brain has a filter called the reciprocal reaction system? Let me say again, reciprocal activation system. That is RAS. All right. It acts like a bouncer for your brain. If you believe I am a failure, your RAS will literally scan the room and find evidence that prove you're right. But if you believe I am capable, your brain will block out the noise, only showing you the opportunity. Come on, man. That's 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. All right, family. Did you know that biologists have found that when animals win a small challenge, their their testosterone and dopamine increase, physically changing their brain structure to make more like to win the next challenge. So your body adapts. Is you have won a challenge, you get this, and we have felt this before. You felt when you've done something, you got something good, you feel energized, you feel like, you know what, I can do this again. That what happened when you win and you build upon and build upon. That's 24 karat gold bars indeed. And one more. Did you know that psychologist Albert Bandura found that self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to succeed, is better predicted of success than your IQ or talents. All right. Now, again, 24 karat gold bars information for y'all guys. So we want to definitely give you some fact information. So this is an amazing episode. We want to start off identifying some problems, then we'll go into what we believe this. And this is one of the problems dealing with the standpoint of rewriting your brain, right? We think we need to feel confident before we start. This is something we mentioned last week. So, this is like a tailor thing for what we talked about last week about being confident, right? And we think how to be confident before we have a start. So let's go in this thought process here. We think we need to feel confident before we start. We wait for the fear to go away. We engage into negative talk. I'm not ready. I'm broken, which paralyze us. And that's a problem we have to identify as we come towards the end of this year and move into the next season of the next year. I want us to start living unchained, because we hear a lot of notes that I'm not capable of doing. It's not my season. I'm not ready for it. And as I mentioned before in the last podcast, who told you that? What information do you have to back that up? It's different when you didn't prepare for something that is coming up and you just didn't do the work. But if you defeat yourself before you even start the process, come on now. And we want to deal with the standpoint of having the confidence. Go ahead and get started. As we mentioned last week, don't be wishing. Go ahead and get started. Then as you get started, you build confidence as you go on. Don't let the fear keep you from moving forward. Now, this confidence we're talking about and this fear of what we call of negative talking, it will talk us down. As we just talked about with the RAS, as you say it, then just get in the room and make sure, oh yeah, you're right. We can't fit this paper ain't done. This thing right here ain't done. And you release this energy that allow you to not to be able to move forward. And as me and Lekeisha, I speak for myself. As I go back and look at my childhood and title in the book, is a lot of stuff out listed in the book where. And I think about the time when I had challenged speaking, and I limited myself from doing a lot of things because I immediately thought I'm going to mess up. I had to be perfect. I had to pronounce the words. As you saw in the beginning of the amazing, I stumbled on some words then. Guess what? Still move forward. But it was a time that would wreck me. And I would be scared to move forward. I'd be scared to even try to do the next thing. You know what? They remove this step. I don't want to do this, or I'm trying to find a way to be out of it. And what we have learned in life is sometimes you have to take the challenge and grow from it. And what happened with me, and I listed this in the book in the very beginning, one of my turning points in my life when I was in high school, and we did group readings and we had to read out loud. And it was a part of the middle of the day. It was hot, and I listed there. I was thinking about playing. I was on the tennis team, and I was ready to go and play tennis. I just was one of those, challenging weeks. So I was just looking forward to get on the tennis court. And before that, I had to go to the literature class, language arts, we had to read. And when I had to read, boy, I had that thought process, I'm going to mess up. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to mess up. And guess what? I messed up, right? I messed up so bad that I understand the class, because we being teenagers just do silly things. So teenager class stopped busting out laughing, and I was nervous. So I was stuttering on every word, every word or every other word. But it was so bad that I feed myself in my mind. It was so bad when I stuttered so bad that even the teacher started laughing as well. And that's where thing that the whole class plus the teacher. And that moment in my senior year of being in high school, I made a shift in my mind. I said, this will not happen again. I felt like failures happened before, but I made up my mind that day and said, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to get this. If I don't do it, I'm going to try my best to make it right. It came a shift in my being, in my mind. When I shift that thought process, it started changing. So especially when I finished high school, then I went to college, and I started making those steps ahead. I wasn't ashamed of going forth in reading in college or doing assignments or being in study groups. I took the challenge, even if I struggled. I still took the challenge. And it comes to the point in your life that you have to be confident that this thing is going to work out for you. And guess what? In my life now, it has. I'm successful in the corporate space, had done many teachings, many seminars, many training people internationally, and right now, even with my with my company, I train people how to use AI as being an AI strategist. I teach people how to use these large language model tools and how to do certain things with them. And that comes from being confident in me. It's a shift in the mindset. I don't say I'm not ready no more. What I do, I get ready. So how you say get ready? You don't have to stay ready. Get ready. So you don't have to stay ready. You say it better than I do. But I prepare myself so when the opportunity comes, I go ahead and do it. If I mess up on the word, I just mess up on the word. I get right next time. With technology, it's get that bad, then I just go ahead and go to technology. Had a technology announcer. It's a get that bad, but you just don't get that far. But I have learned that God had made me simple. Even though I go about wise, God had made me simple. So I explain things simple. I'm not going to use the big, mighty words and stuff. I'm going to simplify it for myself, which in turn I simplify for other folks. So allow them to learn as well. So, so with that being said, Coach, I want to let you jump in. What's your thought process about this standpoint of negative talk, how we say we're not ready, how it paralyzes us, and how can we use confidence to move forward? So I'm going to let you, as you are the queen of getting unstuck, go ahead and have the microphone.
Absolutely. This is such an amazing conversation that we're having, and a lot of us deal with this. It is important for us to understand what is happening, that we desire to achieve. A lot of times we don't want to change it, or we feel that we can't change it. And I feel like that's limited beliefs as well, too, right? We're going from maybe what we were taught. Hey, you're not good enough. You can't do that. You're not good at hard things. Come on now. You need to stay the same. And sometimes that's so ingrained in our programming, we will believe this lie that we can't do anything. And we have based it off of, oh, this is how I was taught when I was younger, right? I was told when I was younger that I need to stay simple. I need to do things, very simple, because I'm not good enough to do anything different. And sometimes that's deep rooted in our brains. So tough, right? It really does take us to begin to want to do something different. I can do great things. I can do hard things. But you have to go through those steps to say that you can do something different than what you were taught. You have to really admit that the lie is a lie. You got to admit it yourself. And what I mean by admit it yourself, you have to go through the processes of doing those changes mentally. I'm not talking about physically first.
That's right.
I'm talking about mentally, right? Because it's all in our brains. It's like we put that smile on our face and say, no, I'm not good at that. We have to begin to go through that process of saying that I am good at it. I will, like you said, I will learn how to speak the way I need to speak. It may take some time, but I'm going to have to give myself that time. You have to be the one to say that you can give yourself some time to go through that process, to make those changes. And it may take a minute to do, but you got to give yourself the grace of that. It starts there first before you do anything else, because nobody else is able to change you. You have to change it mentally first, because this is a subconscious thing that we're dealing with. That programming, those thoughts we got to change. When we change our thoughts, then we change our speech. And then that's when we change our world around us. It starts off with the brain first.
The best and the greatest day to be alive is today. Family, we are finally here. We are doing our first giveaway. So let me give you some of the ideas what we want y'all guys to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a $200 Amazon gift card to those who are in the Break Free community. So to be a part of this giveaway, what you need to do is you need to make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Also, you also need to be in the paid membership of the Break Free Nation, because that will be doing giveaways and stuff there. So it'll be a $200 Amazon gift card that will be given in the first week of November. So you guys got time in December, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely share. But as I said, as you subscribe, we verify you subscribe. Also, you're a member of the Break Free Nation, the paid community part. Then you get opportunity to be a part of this amazing giveaway. And y'all guys can use $200 on Amazon, especially, So definitely want your guys to tune in. Keep on doing what you need to do as far as breaking free. And we thanks for everybody who subscribed. We thank everybody who became members, and we're looking forward to keep on giving in the future as well. So definitely want to tune in, because like I said, 24 Karat Gold Bars dropped indeed. So back to the amazing episode, family. All right, now you know what we're going to do. $24 Karat Gold Bars dropped indeed. And like you said, start here in the mind. A lot of stuff starts in the mind, and how we process stuff, and how we process in our mind actually manifests itself in the physical standpoint. So, I never get this is in the Word of God. It's actually in the book of Mark. And I could be wrong on the chapter and verse that just comes to my memory. I believe it's 9 and 16. And Jesus said all things are possible for those who believe. So start in the belief in yourself. If you believe it, and that can be in many different ways, positive or negative, but if you actually believe, then things can come to pass. It's based off of what you believe, and you put in your mindset, I can do this. And I gave an example what I had in the book because it was true. I'm not speaking of something that is false, or I'm just getting hypothetical, whatever you want to call it. I'm just want to share that I went through this experience as a young person, a young teenager, a young male. I went through that, and a whole lot of people, I'm just be honest, some people don't come out of it. They lose their life or give up on life and take their lives. It could easily, wreck me to the standpoint of that I didn't want to achieve anything. I could have chose another route, or say, oh, what was it me? But no, I had to make a shift with the inside of me. I realized I am worthy. I can do this. I will do this. Like you said, it starts in the mind. And I'm so thankful for, like I said, having great people in my life, because I did have people in my life. My amazing mother, always encouraged me. Then I had teachers that reminded me that past experiences I had some teachers that did negative things, but I had some teachers there that also encouraged me. Well, not the one that was in the classroom. I don't want to get that confused. Not that teacher, but there was some other teachers that in my past experience that encouraged me, and no words echo in my head as well. So it's, we're going to talk about it as well, about the people in your life. But before we get to that, I'm going to just jump to this right here. I just want to make sure I touch base on this. And that is, I want to identify something, is that I call it the shift from shame to strategy. And I want to identify what this problem first, then we'll talk into maybe solutions, how to go through it. This is the problem I want to define. When we make mistakes, we internalize it as shame. We say I am a failure instead of say I fail at this task. This kill momentum. So it's a different in how you approach with words, right? I believe that's a different with words. And sometimes I don't even say a failure. You said it too. Sometimes you don't say it's a failure. It's a lesson need to be learned. I use that now. I say it's a lesson that need to be learned. And I don't say I fail at this and I put myself down. I can't accomplish this. No, I have to learn a lesson through this so I can go to the next stage or the next place where I need to be. And I use that a lot of times. I think we shift, and what happens if we ain't careful, we go into what we call shame. The Bible talks about that a lot, how people operating against shame, and then they doesn't accomplish anything. when you get to the point where you say, oh, you start focusing on yourself and like, man, I can't do this and stuff, you don't move forward. And we shame ourselves and we don't move forward. And once we realize, when those who are believers, when you come to Christ, you don't have to operate in shame no more. What you operate in grace. You know what? Hey, I made this mistake. I messed up right here. I made this mistake. It's all right. What I'm going to learn the lesson from this so I don't have to repeat it. I don't have to miss the mark or fall short. I can actually, okay, again on this, let me learn the lesson and then put a process, put a strategy, put a routine, talk to someone who has some divine wisdom they can be able to give to you. If you can't give it, sit down in prayer, meditate, take a break, pause for the cause. Take it that, I'm going full speed. Let me downshift a little bit. Let me slow it down so I can really see what's going on. Let me take an assessment. Many different words we're using right now, right? How can we handle this? So I want you to tag in. What's your thought process? We can go back and forth on this. Is how we handle failure and lead someone with grace.
This is a really great question. It's all about those words first. We really got to tackle that. A lot of times we say those words like, I'm a failure, I can't do it. Now look how powerful just saying that I'm a failure. That really stops everything. Like, it really says I can't do it, I'm not enough, and you really got to break that first. So I would say we definitely have to do a perspective change. We have to do a shift, if that makes sense. So like I said, you have to begin to really tackle that bear of failure and shift the next word. Like I said, we talk about lessons. I just had to learn the lesson. Otherwise it's going to recur again. If we don't learn the lesson, what lesson is it that I need to learn? Do I need to learn, okay, I just spilled some milk, right? Let's just say, okay, I spilled the milk, right? So if I own it that I spilled this milk, okay, so what do I want to do differently? Well, I don't want to spill milk. Okay, so maybe, I could clean this milk up, and begin to do something different. Maybe I poured, just because spilled milk happens, right? So we have to understand things like that does happen. It's not like, you're the only one that it happened to. So you have to realize that, hey, you're not the only one. It's all happened to so many others. So that really does change a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, so I'm not the only one that did this. Or, okay, so now I need to clean this up, right? So I begin to clean that up. I laugh it off. I'm like, oh, you know what? It's not that serious. A lot of times we think those things are serious. Where is that coming from? You got to answer that question. Where is that coming from where you think that's so serious that you spilled milk? Oh, you know what? When I was younger, I remember when I spilled something, if it was milk or pop or whatever, soda, I say pop,
I know you just said pop. I said, yeah, you took it way back.
I'm telling you, other people say soda. I'm like, what is soda? Why do you say pop? I mean, anyway, that's something that I say. So the point that I mean is like, if you spill something, like if it's, a beverage or whatever it is, and that happens, just understand that it happens. It's nothing serious. A lot of times we make it serious because maybe when you were younger, you spilled things, and because somebody got mad at you that you spilled it, maybe a family member or whatever, and then you got reprimanded for it. Got abused for it. That's a trigger, right? So you might be feeling that same situation. You're like, oh my goodness, I remember when this happened. I don't want that to happen again, right? Just think about how hard you're on yourself because you did spill something when you were younger, and then you were, told that was a problem. You're a failure. It's almost like you're reoccurring the same episode. You're a grown person now. That's not happening, but the situation seems similar. You got to forgive yourself. Give yourself some grace. It happens. We spill milk sometimes. Some things happen because it could be milk this time. You think that's every time. You're a failure. I'm a failure at business. I'm a failure at relationships. I'm a failure at whatever. I'm a failure losing weight. I'm a failure in my health. You begin to really beat yourself up for everything, for spilling milk. So you gotta really tackle that, own up to it. It's not just you, it happens to everybody. And then when you tackle that, forgive yourself for that situation. And I promise you, you're going to break the cycle from the past. Forgive yourself and others, break all the cycles, because the enemy's out here still destroy. The enemy wants you to be mad at yourself, you're a failure, you're this, that, which is not true, right? So as you go through that process and begin to really forgive and understand that situation, it really dilutes all of that confusion, and then you can begin to break free.
Come on now. You just dropped 24 Karat Gold Bars. And come on now. And you mentioned something like I said, those are believers, we don't give no power to the devil. But the thing is, he is the accuser of the brethren. He's accuser. So it's the thoughts and stuff that you remind. And you brought a great point about when you use the standpoint of spilled milk. But the thing is the trauma, the action that happens when you get punished. And I remember when I messed up on the word, and then I got punished at home for that. And I took that memory of that situation, that trauma, and I apply that in school. I apply that in other places, because that situation that I had at home with my father, it caused me, to take that, we would call that memory, that trauma. You didn't want that to happen again. I took that another place. What happened is I do it here and I do it here, and it's not based now off of reality. That was something that happened in the past. And yes, it happened in the past as a thing, but I had to deal with that and realize it was in the past. I'm no longer in that stage. You know what I'm saying? As I mess up, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody might laugh or, say, hey, can you repeat that? What were you saying or something? Then we had to go to what we call understanding or more conversation, or just trying to get the word right, or choose another word. But the thing is, I have learned to move on, and don't cry over spilled milk. I use that. Hey, I thought it was funny, but we don't cry over spilled milk anymore. So what we do is we move forward. We clean up the mess, make it nice and neat, and we move forward. We make we do the work. This thing don't happen overnight, but what it is a process of taking a step day by day. As we focus, last we talked about safe spaces, is we can't focus about what happened in the past, and you jump in somebody else's space and stuff like that. We deal with ourselves. We deal with the moment in life that we deal with, and we deal with today. And we take care of the day. We take care of tomorrow. If you do the work today, that will help you in the next thing tomorrow. And that's what we want to encourage people. Don't wait too late. You can start today. You can change your mindset as we speak.
Hey family, I am Lekeisha, and I want to talk to the ones that are feeling stuck. The ones that are feeling like you are in confusion, like you're feeling like you're in fear, like you having a season of loss of clarity and without confidence. Listen, my latest book, How to Get Unstuck, Confused to Focus, is truly for you. It was written for the ones that are feeling just like you're feeling, very confused, with no motivation, without a roadmap. And I'm giving you a roadmap. Grab your copy of your book. And I promise you, this book is really going to change your life. It's going to show you how you can have your purpose and understand that you have power, which you truly do. If you're in midlife, if you're someone who are transitioning from careers, if you're someone who's trying to figure out what's your next move, this book is really going to help you, and it's going to show you how you can break free from the mental clutter, how you can have divine clarity, and you can understand how you can move forward and understand to have a strategy and move forward ahead. Promise you, it's going to be great for you. Grab your copy, show it to someone else, because I promise you, you're not by yourself. Let's not move through the world without understanding who you are, because you have power. Have your power and focus with this latest book.
And I'm going to drop this in. This is a solution that will help y'all guys as well. If you can reframe failure into feedback. Let me say that again. Reframe failure into feedback. What I'm saying is, okay, I did this. Let me assess this. Let me get some feedback of how I can improve. Criticism don't have to be always negative. Sometimes What we need is somebody to help us in the process. I remember some words that I couldn't actually get right at first when I started writing the book, where and I couldn't say the word. I could say it in my mind, just couldn't get it out of my lips. And my writing coach, we both had the same writing coach, and that's Monique Lisa Johnson. And she said, break it down this way, look at it this way, and it makes sense. I said, where were you when I was young? I said, where were you while I was young? But everybody have their way. When they understand how a person operates, they know how to help them move forward and help you get certain words. So some of the words I couldn't say, she just used another outlet, we call another word to relate to it that make me say the word correctly. That's the best way to say it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I can say it like this now because I understand how to break it down. Because you said, well, you don't see it in the natural language and everybody else see it. You have to see it this way to make it work. So it takes people in your community to have an understanding of who you are. And we'll talk about that later again. People in your circle that can help you to achieve these things and help you to grow these things. And like, again, reframe failure into feedback. Empower belief, meaning taking ownership without taking on shame, people. Taking ownership without taking on shame. It means looking at a setback as data, not a death sentence. Looking at a setback as data. Know before you get information about it. Okay, what is wrong? Okay, maybe I need to see a speech coach. Maybe I need to get into the mirror and speak more. Maybe I need to open up find out a word list and start practicing my pronunciation. Or get some, what I'm saying? Do things that can help you improve. Some of the things I had to do, I had to learn how to slow it down. So sometimes I get excited and I get tripped over words because I get so excited. So I had to learn, I had to take it from third gear, shift that down to second gear, and take my time with it. As I take my time with it, then I have a different result. That's me though. That's me working a routine, me knowing myself, me willing to make the change. That's the beautiful thing about being a human. You ain't stuck being in the same state. You can make a change. You don't have to have the old guy. You can be a new creature. That means just in the word, that's very important. But you can be a new creature in things you do. You're not stuck to being that same person. You can renew yourself, improve yourself, and become a better self. Come on, Coach. Go ahead and jump in. What are your thoughts?
I love how you began to talk about that. A lot of times we beat ourselves up. We really do. Sometimes, because of past experiences, but I feel that, like you said, let's do the reframing. Let's change the wording. Let's do something different. Let's slow up, and just you don't have to be really fast at what you want to do. You can actually slow up. No one is coming for you. You know what I mean? I had to do the same thing, honestly wise. Being an author and just being able to, speak certain things, I had to slow things up because I think maybe I go too fast and I jump over, you know what I mean? And it's okay. It's like I had to learn. It was a lesson learned for myself. I put that in my arsenal. Okay, Keisha, slow up. You don't have to talk fast about this. You want people to understand what you're saying. So I have to talk that into myself, say, okay, I do want them to understand what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm gonna slow this up a little bit. You know what I mean? And then therefore it will come out the way it needs to come out, where they understand it and I understand it as well too. Especially if I'm reading something, you know what I mean? And it's okay. I don't have to be so quick with it. I can slow it up for myself. So I relate to that. Because a lot of times we may understand and know it, but what about the other person that's hearing it from us? So we have to put things in context. And I believe that does help, so I definitely understand what you're saying.
Come on now. Go ahead and tell the truth right there. And I want the people to understand Living Unchained is a process, family. Saying some people can get it quicker than others, but we had to work through things. One reason why we have this podcast, because we all have been through things. And to have success financially, that has success, I say spiritually, has success in your health, in relationships and stuff, sometimes you have to deal with self. You have to really put in the work for yourself. The things that I have accomplished in the especially over a lifetime, especially the last 4 years, I had to do a lot of work on myself. I had to realize I had to take assessments and realize, you know what, I can move forward from this. What the feedback? And I ask for feedback. I say, I'm doing this right here. What is your thought process? I don't ask it from anybody and everybody either. I ask for people that I know that got my best interest. Like I mentioned in the last podcast, people that does, they will give you honest opinion, but not trying to tear you down. They ain't trying to be a yes person, but at the same time, they not coming here to try to be mean or negative or cast something to you that actually will cause you to go another way. The people I have in my life is very honest about, okay, Wise, this happened. This is what I will add. This is what I will add to what you need to do. We had several episodes ago the amazing Eric L. Harrison, and he actually posted something on IG what I thought was very powerful that I actually listened to. And he talking about when we want to get people feedback, when we want to tell people or you want to check people, then be a part of it. You're going to identify a problem, be a part of the solution for them. Especially if you see something and you want to let them know, you want to check and put a person in place, make sure you be willing to spend the time, make the effort and time to help that person out as well, if you know a solution for that. And I thought it's very powerful because we are quick to identify a person's problem, but we're not quick to identify a solution for them. So the thing is and as we work together to be able to, I said work together as I work on myself, and you also have the people in your community, saying, make sure if I have a thing, I say, hey, can you approve on that? Maybe spend some time, give an ear, have a solution and plan to be able to help that person to take the next step. So they don't have to be thinking they're in shame. You don't have to be operating being shame. The biggest thing is shame is to bring negativity and bring self-awareness to yourself. The Bible, when Adam and woman, then she named eventually came Eve, and Adam and Eve, when they ate the fruit, at the fruit and stuff like that, there was a shame. So they covered themselves. They became self-aware and they started thinking of themselves and how to cover their what they saw as flaw. What God saw was being beauty, as they was what we call naked or exposed. They started as seeing them being ashamed, and they want to cover them what they call flaws or what we call failures up. And the thing is, when we come to the standpoint of being renewed, it's okay to be, you know what, this is me. Hey, I may not be great in this thing right here, but guess what? God got me. God grace got me. And I'm going to move forward in God grace. I'm going to move forth in God excellence. I'm going to move forth in God power and authority. And I want to encourage people, if I can do it, you can do it too. And that's why we created the Break Free Nation. The Break Free Nation is one of the reasons why we have it, because the thing is, and nothing new under the sun. Everybody has went through something, one form or another, and we are here to help people, right, Coach? We are here to help them as much as possible. We in this journey together. You being a certified coach knows things, like you said, you're a first client, and you learn, and you wrote a book about it, giving people the seizure, and you help many clients. I, who use technology on an everyday basis, help people, and we want to use these things, taking these tools, bring together to help people to move forward and don't have to be in this negative thought process. And that's the great thing about the Break Free Nation family. So definitely go to the link in our in the website and check us out, because we here for y'all guys. All right, I want to step into something else. That is the walk, the action, right? We want to be intentional about the action we take. So let me identify this. We think belief is just thinking positive thoughts. Now I'm saying just thinking positive thoughts. We talk about the thoughts. We're talking about renewing mind. We think belief is just thinking positive thoughts, but real belief require movement. Again, as Eric L. Harrison said, it's the pursuit of peace. We are talking about Psalm 34 and I believe 14. Last time he was on here, it's that pursuit, it's the action. You have to put action behind this. So if you are ashamed, again, talk about your finances, then you need to set a budget. You realize I'm short here. Let me get help here. Maybe I need to get a financial advisor. Maybe I need to get an expert who is a CPA. Maybe you don't need to handle yourself. You maybe need to hire somebody, or you might need to take a training course or read a book. You need to do something to make a proof. It's not by holding your head and hold your hands, your head in your hands, but it's what it is. It's like, okay, what is the next step I need to do to actually correct this or improve in this? Is my health is the situation? Maybe I need to get in contact with a coach, Mike Patterson, and he'll show me some techniques how I can manage my health, how to manage my brain, because he's a dementia expert as well. How I can do self-care for myself, or do I need to read a book? Again, read a book. Or I do need to join a club, join a gym, or be with a supportive group that help me through the process of that. Some free, some paid, whatever it is going to work for you. I never get, I think you shared this with me, Coach, that it was Angela Bassett. She was doing some type of interview or something like that, and she said, I never get when she mentioned this in this. She said, I pay to have this training and workout. Since I pay, I'm not missing a session because that's my money. I'm not going to waste my money. And this is a famous Hollywood actor, right? Famous. She says, since I'm paying for that, I'm going to be there because since she cherished her money. So you have to pay for something, make sure that you're going to be there. Then you need to do what you need to do. And and there are, like I said, some options you don't. It's about putting movement in it, put an action plan in place. Mm-hmm. The great thing with technology now, you can go to ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whoever your flavor of large language models, and put in, I would say, use it. Get a strategy, get a routine for yourself, get some information that will probably you can apply to yourself. Set time blocks. Then we get the information. Don't just stop there with the information. Then set time blocks. Set time to be able to do the things. Make it happen for yourself, family. Coach, come in and jump in. What's your thoughts about that as well? Because one thing is, I love this actually came, I believe, out of your book. That is empowerment belief equal empowerment boundaries. So come in, Coach. Let us know what you got. Drop some 24 Karat Gold Bars.
Yeah, honestly, when you put it in that perspective, I believe that, when you actually intentional as far as what you want to achieve, you know what I'm saying? Like you just said,
Mm-hmm.
As far as, if you need to put things in place, to put boundaries in place, you have to be intentional about that as well, too. If you know that, let's just say if you want to lose weight, okay, so what do you want to do with this weight? You want to lose how much weight? I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 2 months. Okay, so you need to put strategy together. Okay, so what do you need to do? You need to be moving, maybe moving around your house, maybe moving around in your neighborhood. I want to definitely go for a walk, 10-minute walk a day. Put that strategy down. Write out what you want to do. Make sure you drink your water. Make sure you have those in place. Make sure you stress before you go in that movement. Having those in place. So it's like being intentional about it. If you want to be able to achieve that result, lay that down on paper is what you want to achieve. Maybe you need an accountability partner, person that come in and just help you with that as well too. Maybe you want to have a meal plan together. Whatever it is, you want to be intentional as far as what you want to achieve. So it's important for us to actually, so in other words, so it can actually work itself out. But you're intentional as far as laying the plan out, what you want to achieve, so you can achieve the goals that you're looking for. And make sure, put goals that are believable for yourself. Okay, I want to make sure this happens in the next 2 months. You don't have to make sure it happens in one day or in 1 week, so you can achieve it, so it could be relatable for yourself. And if you need somebody to help you, have somebody accountable, want to achieve the same goals, or somebody who has achieved the same goals that you want to achieve, and be able to mirror that as well. Oh, wow, this person achieved this goal. This is great. I need some support. Having a coach or a mentor, somebody with you to make sure you achieve it. So I really believe that is going to be a success for yourself, so you can actually achieve what you're looking for.
Come on now. Yeah, Lego. Yeah, Lego, that's straight fire. And let me add to that, since we're talking about positive support, family, I want to say this. When you believe you have value, stop letting people treat you like trash. Okay, now, family, if you are enjoying this amazing episode, please subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely share. Hey, we're a community here, and the Break Free Nation is here for you. So go to livingunchainedpodcast.com, and there's links that will take you directly to that amazing community where we be dropping 24 Karat Gold Bars indeed. So we want to thank everybody who already signed up and the ones who are going to be signed up in the future, because like I said, we are a community. And family, thank you so much. So not going to hold y'all guys. Back to this amazing episode. I want to say that one more time. When you believe you have value, you stop letting people treat you like trash. Get rid of the negative people in your life. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I was saying, I love them far, but I love them far, as a wooden spoon. You know what I'm saying? You tap it, keep that distance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to let everybody in space. You can love people from afar. Yes. You can love people from afar, but don't let people shoot you down and something like that and put this negative thing in there that make you feel like you need to give up on life and that you can't achieve. It's sometimes correction is need to be there. It's for criticism, to feedback, to help you improve. But when you get to the point where it causes you not to approve and shuts you down, it's different when somebody gave you good feedback and you just have some challenges. Let me say this, and you have some challenges and that you can't self-believe, you don't believe. There's a difference when you are achieving, you have value, and somebody 100% trying to shoot you down and make you feel like you in the gutter and the crash. The other people, you need to get out of your life. The other people, and I had to experience that. And once that happened, when I had to move myself from that person, move myself from them people, move myself from that situation, move myself from that community, I grew.
Yeah.
I grew. As we talked before, the Buys Your Belief, the book from Bruce Lipton. You know what I'm saying? He'll talk about that Petri dish, and then he said them cells in there within that toxic environment didn't grow. But he said take the same cells and put it in a positive reduced environment, the cells grew. He says the environment's stupid. You have to move, you gotta get yourself out of that environment, some form, some way. Get help, wherever it is, make sure your mental is straight. If you know your value, you really truly believe in that, don't have no people treating your trash. And I want to say that because we are in the process now, I said, of healing. We want y'all to heal. You need to heal. So you need to take the steps to be healed. So, Coach, I'll let you jump in right there. That's something that came to my heart. I want to make sure I share. So the microphone is yours.
I really love that. Definitely read the room, read the environment that you're at. If you want to achieve certain goals, put yourself in the area and in spaces where you want to achieve those goals. If you want to lose weight, you need to be around people that mirrors this very same thing, that they want to lose weight too, and they can support you in the weight loss. Even in your diet, whatever you have, you want to put yourself in a place where, that they're able to celebrate you versus tolerate you. You know the difference.
Come on,
okay?
Now.
So you have to read it. You have to understand the difference. And when people show themselves to you, you have to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Believe them at one time. Don't say, oh, well, they didn't mean it. They didn't mean it. Okay, yeah, you can do that. Are you ready to stay there to receive that same abuse again? Or you want to do a shift? I'm telling you, there's people out there that's going to celebrate you. Sometimes, certain people don't have the capacity to really support you, and they just don't know how. It's okay. Now you have to make those choices if you want to still receive the same result that they're giving you, or you want to see the result that you truly deserve. Okay, so you have to make that choice for yourself, to put yourself in an environment for you to continue to be watered. Okay, So you have to make those choices for yourself. Sometimes some people are not at the place where they're able to support you, and it's okay. Love them from afar. That's a real thing, family. Okay? Pray for them. Pray for yourself. Pray for them. And then begin to move forward so you can achieve the goals that you want to achieve. You deserve it. We've all had to do it. I had to do it. Wise had to do it. Everybody else that really is connected with you, they had to do the very same thing. You're not by yourself. Make those choices for yourself. That's what I want to share with everyone.
All right now. $24 Karat Gold Bars drop indeed. And family, as we go ahead and start wrapping up this amazing episode, let me share some things with you that I believe will be a positive that will definitely help you out. Let me use this. The yet rule. Let me say that again. The yet. That is YET. The yet rule. And that is to catch negative thoughts. You can say, I can't, if you say, I can't do this, force yourself to add a word yet at the end. I can't do this yet. Yet. I can't do that yet. Me, if you be able to go for it. You hear what I'm saying? The yet rule. I can't do this. But if you that type of person, I can't do this. Add yet to it. I can't do this yet. That means you have room to improve it, and therefore you can go forth and do things. Man, it will require you to grow. It's just that one word, yet. Add to that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I don't believe I can do that yet. So you know, I think y'all guys get it. All right, there's something simple that you can add in your vocabulary to change the word 100% being negative to something that's a possibility that can help you grow. And I love that. All right, let's do this. Separate who from do. Separate who from do. Remember, failing at a task does not make you a failure. Treat mistakes like data. Analyze them. Learn. Then pivot. Make a change. Take the information. See, okay, I made an error right here and this right here. Calculation here. Okay. What did I learn? Analyze it. What did I learn? Okay, I can do this next time. Then make the change. Pivot. All right. Then the next thing we want to add to that is audit your circles. And we talked about it earlier. We talked about it earlier about people. Don't have people treating you like trash. Empowerment is contagious, family. Empowerment is contagious. So if someone around you is feeding you doubt, you need to feed your faith by changing your room, changing your environment. If people are giving you doubts and stuff like that, check your circle. And you should, and like I mentioned in the last podcast, I have now a core of people that I know 100% trust that I know I can go to. You know, I got my social, I got people that I have a great, good friend network. But I do have my core value friends that I know in these moments I can call. I know they're gonna be honest with me. They ain't gonna break me down, but they gonna do empower. That's the word is called empowerment. They ain't gonna be just a cheerleader. They gonna empower. As Eric mentioned before, they gonna come with some feedback. They will also provide a solution that can help you through it. So you also be a part of that solution. To have people in there that willing to be a part of the solution as well. So just want to encourage y'all, family. That right there with 24 Karat Gold Bars. Drop indeed. Let me do this. That's going to help you out. So, Coach Lekeisha, I want you to jump in, share any last words that you'd like to give the family. Then after that, then also provide information for people how they can get in contact with us as well.
Absolutely. You know, one thing that I want to share with each and every one of you, please do your audits. Do your audits about your space. You know, definitely write down what you'd want. And it's important for you to be intentional about it. You know, I want to definitely begin to achieve the goals that I want. Okay, so write down what you want to achieve. Be specific in those goals. Write it down. Listen, share it with the right people, family. I hope you learned that. Share it with the right people, because everybody is not really able to, they don't have the capacity to receive it. And everybody is not your friend. I'm be honest with you. I know how you want that everybody to really connect with you and relate to you what you have. But sometimes people are not in that space and mind to really connect with you. Maybe they have a lot on their plate. Maybe they're doing some things. Just read the room and definitely share with the right people at the right time. They're out there, but you have to really believe people when they share with you at that moment in time. It's important for you to believe it when it's shared with you. And then you evaluate yourself. So make sure you write down what you want, achieve those goals, have that accountability partner, that person that's going to cheer you on and be able to achieve the goals. Believe in what you want. I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. And you have to believe it first. As you begin to move forward into it, I promise you, connect with the right type of people around you to be able to support you in what you want to achieve. If you want to be a poet, you can be a poet. Hang out with poets. If you want to be a coach, you can be a coach. If you want to be, a musician, you can be a musician. Hang out with those that are like-minded. They're able to connect with you to build you up, family. It's important for you to do those goals, because if they came to you, if your mission and purpose is to do a thing, you can achieve it. You got to be around the people that will celebrate you in that moving forward. I promise you, if you connect with us at livingunchained.com and also Break Free Nation, we're out there for you. We're able to support you as well. Make sure you connect with us. Make sure you download to be a part of us, the community, family. I promise you, I have a lot of teachings that are in the Break Free Nation, and Wise does as well too, that are out there for you to actually learn from it and able to move forward ahead. I promise you, make sure you connect with us each week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Living Unchained Podcast. Listen to the episodes, family, and definitely make sure you share with somebody else as well. I have an amazing book, How to Get Unstuck, Confused to Focus, and Wise got an amazing book called Where. Make sure you grab your copy, and guess what? Get it for someone else too. I promise you, they're one to receive the nuggets that we have to share in those books. Blessings to each and every one of your family. I look forward to seeing you on next week.
All right, family. You hear what you said right there. Make sure you definitely check out our website and all the information there. We got also the power journaling, some the books that Ashley, is you are a part of the Break Free Nation, into the page description. You definitely you get that book for what's it charged for you after you get it for free, and a whole lot of information that, like I said, is in the community that will be able to help you. And I'm saying Coach and myself is in the community as well. So we all help each other, one form or another. It's truly, truly a great community. And family, we want to thank each and every person. Again, we need you guys to subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely share this information out there. It definitely will help us to be able to get to more audiences, to get to more people, and be able to share how to be living unchained. All right, family, you know what I'm going to say. Love is a action word. While we're taking the time to love ourselves, make sure you show love to someone else. And we are so thankful for y'all guys being here for this episode and in this episode as well. All right, family, I want y'all guys to actually take care and be. Step by step.